The third annual Chocolate Festival in Harvard Square is taking place this weekend. With over a dozen restaurants featuring chocolate specialties, it's a chocolate lover's dream. The Harvard Square Business Association put on the festival, and the executive director, Denise Gilson, talked about different events taking place.
So it started on Friday night with a very special Dining in the Dark adventure at Sandrine's Bistro, and that involved chocolate in every aspect of the meal, from the salad to the dessert and everything in between.
There was also a chocolate treasure hunt to raise money for the Harvard Square homeless shelter.
They've identified places throughout the square that pertain to chocolate, and there's some of it's the history of chocolate, and some of it's the history of Harvard Square. And people can come and buy a map, as you can see people are doing here, and they can go on the chocolate treasure hunt. And then when they return the map, they get a little prize.
On Saturday afternoon, starting at 1, a free sampling event took place, where local restaurants handed out chocolate goodies.
As you can see behind me, all these people are having tons of fun with tons of free hot chocolate and other delicious treats.
African drummers accompanied the huge crowd gathered on the corner of Brattle Street, while people took advantage of all the free chocolate. This is Liz Jacobs reporting for Emerson College. Spare Change is an independently run street paper in Boston, sold by those who are disadvantaged or homeless, and in need of some spare change themselves.
Street newspapers are what we term as vehicles to homeless empowerment, or empowerment of people who are experiencing economic disadvantage or myriad other circumstances which put them at a disadvantage for opportunities.
Vendors profit through buying a paper for 25 cents and selling it for $1.
The Spare Change offices here at Old Cambridge Baptist Church gives homeless people a better hope for the future. We talked to Christopher Mespin, whose life has been greatly impacted by the organization.
Christopher started as a vendor in 1994 and is now distribution manager. He talked about his journey with Spare Change.
I started selling the paper. It was a good income and do very well with the paper, so I just kept doing it. Then it got to the point where the income got good, and then I got other jobs, and then things just graduated to another level.
Christopher remains thankful for all that Spare Change has done for him.
It's helped me a lot. When I really needed the money, Spare Change was there. I owe a lot to this paper.
And best of all, he's no longer homeless. This is Liz Jacobs reporting for Emerson College. Are you lacking motivation to go to the gym? Here's a new tactic to get you moving: getting charged for each workout you miss.
So it came from a class I took here at Harvard. It was a behavioral economics class. So we looked at how incentives can affect different behaviors, especially in fitness. That was the thing that I was interested in. So I did a project on fitness and talked about it with my business partner. We actually came up with this idea for Gym Pact.
This new company, the brainchild of 2 Harvard graduates, makes a simple agreement with its members.
Every Gym Pack customer signs up for a specific amount of days per week that they promise to go to the gym. The incentive? A $10 fine for every day they miss.
However, customers also get between 20 to 50% off gym memberships. And according to Yifan, the system has so far been a success.
So we do pretty thorough research before and afterwards with each customer. So we ask them, what are their gym habits beforehand? And usually people go to the gym, 0 to 3 days a week. And then after the program, we actually see that a lot of them are able to go to the gym at least 4 days a week. And people exceed their own commitments, which is amazing.
Right now, Gym Pact is partnered up with Planet Fitness locations in Boston and is working on expanding their plan to other gyms. This is Liz Jacobs reporting for Emerson College. Savinor's is Beacon Hill's go-to market, as famous for its meats as it is for its high-profile clientele.
Julia Childs used to shop in the one in Cambridge, and she's the one that gave this place a good rep. She would, on her shows, she would always say, I get my meat from Savinor's, which is good, and she thought it was the best. So the best is the best, and that's all we sell.
When Julia Child used Savinor's meats for her popular show in the 1960s, she put this market on the map, and they're intent on staying there.
From the outside, Savinor's may just look like the average small supermarket, but on the inside, what you find is far from ordinary.
We have rattlesnake, lion, kangaroo, ostrich.
And that's just to name a few. A more conventional selection of steak, chicken, and fish are here too. The prices may be a little higher than average, but according to customers, it's worth it.
The quality of the meat is just top notch. I mean, I'm no expert, but I think it just tastes phenomenal. And it's also, I think it's a very unique place here. I think it's still, you know, being a butcher there is still being something of an artist.
Even though Savinor's may be known for their rare meats, it doesn't mean that every customer is looking to eat something adventurous.
They have rattlesnake or something like that, and I guess one of these days maybe I'll try it, but not today.
Savinor's has locations on Beacon Hill and in Cambridge. Reporting for Emerson College, I'm Liz Jacobs. It's hard to miss all the runners around Boston, especially with the Boston Marathon only a week away. But what does it take to be a runner?
Basically, it's just very baby steps. So, running every other day and maybe only 5 to 7 minutes at a time.
Melissa teaches running for beginners at the BCAE. She says that to build stamina for long distances, runners need to know what pace is comfortable.
We worked on a conversation pace, like being able to carry a conversation while you're running so you're not breathing too hard, and that'll enable you to go for further and longer.
She also said that a healthy diet is important.
A lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, definitely carbo loading before you run.
Participants in the class here at BCIE say they're running not only to benefit their health, but also to increase their endurance. And so far, they have made progress.
Well, the first run we did, I could barely make it around the public garden. I only ran 2 of the sides and not consecutively, and walked 2 of the sides. And now I can run pretty much almost like a mile, a little bit over a mile, continuously at a good pace.
I never ran before. I built up a nice confidence in myself through this class. And I would love to do 5K.
The BCAE's next class starts on May 2nd. This is Liz Jacobs reporting for Emerson College. Springtime weather has lots of people breaking out the newest fashions. So, what's hot this year? The stylists at Beacon Hill's Crush Boutique say that this season, everything old is new again.
There's a return to the 1960s, 1970s feel of clothing. So it's a boho chic trend.
For fashion-conscious recessionistas, there are also affordable alternatives to boutique brands.
But I think if you're trying to keep your budget low, some of the mainstream stores that you can find these trends in would be like a Topshop or an H&M, even Forever 21.
With graduation only a few weeks away, tons of girls are looking for the perfect graduation dress. I was lucky enough to be dressed up in this dress by the stylists here at Crush. They said to look out for trends that tend to be more feminine, flowy, and in neutral colors.
A lot of girls are looking for something that's sort of light, very feminine, and really young, but also on trend. If you're going for sort of a light tone, we're seeing a lot of styles like this, very girly, very chic.
However, there are also some more colorful alternatives, especially at progressive schools and colleges.
Emerson is anything but traditional though, and we're seeing a lot of girls reach for the summertime for event dresses, for like bold prints and like kind of, things that are on trend and things that they actually are going to want to wear afterwards.
There's tons of looks to crush on this spring. For Emerson College, I'm Liz Jacobs.